Today in SketchUp I've got quite a few cool little things to show you. They don't all connect obviously, but it'll make sense in the end. Today we're going to look at how to make some different interesting shapes, like the one you see here, and the ones that you see on my roof and on my windows. And it's actually not that difficult. We just have to use this one neat tool called the Follow Me tool. So we're going to start by making something like this. So let me find a clear spot on my canvas. And what I need to do is have a circle flat on the ground there. And I need to find the middle of the circle, and you'll see that the mouse wants to find the middle of the circle, and it's called the center. And this is very, very important. I need to go straight up on the blue axis, and you'll recall the best way to do that is to hold down the Shift key once I'm on the blue axis. It bolds, and I can tell that I'm going only straight up. So I'm going to draw a nice big line. And now I need to go over either straight in the green or straight in the red. It doesn't really make a difference. I need to pick one. Once again, I'm going to hold down the Shift key to lock myself there. Click. Once I'm going back down with blue, I'm going to hold down the Shift key again. This will allow me to bring the mouse over here and tell it I want you to be exactly as tall as this line. I just need to finally connect the last one. And now I have this circle with this sort of flat panel popping out of it. And there's a very good reason for this. Because now what I can do is I'm just going to draw sort of any random shape I want on this panel. The panel makes it a lot easier to do this. If not for the panel, it would be almost impossible to do it correctly. I'm actually even going to throw a little arc in here at the end. So click, click, and then I can move my arc around. And when I'm ready, I'm going to go ahead and take the eraser and delete the parts of the box that I don't actually want. Now this is really cool. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the circle down here and get it selected. And I'm going to grab my Follow Me tool, and I'm going to click on the shape that I created. And you'll see what I got there. So let me undo that real quick. And what we did is we took this shape, and I told it to follow the circle on the ground. And if you took this shape and sort of spread it out all the way around the circle, what you get, so I click the circle first, then the Follow Me, then the new shape, what you would get would be that. I wanted to go back one more time and try and make this as clear as I could. So I've created another circle and another shape up here. And what I'm going to try and do is pull this out so you can see what actually happens when you use the Follow Me tool. And so I've clicked on the shape, and I'm telling it to follow the circle around. So it's the shape I drew, and it just follows a circle all the way around. And that's how you end up with that finished object. It's just that one shape drawn all the way around in a circle, pulled that direction. I'm going to head back to my little roof part over here, and this might actually become a little bit more clear what I'm actually doing. So let me just go ahead and throw down a rectangle, use the push pull to lift it up. Okay. And I'm going to do a very similar thing here. I'm going to come up to the corner of this prism, and I'm going to draw a little rectangle. Once again, it's extremely important that my lines are coming out straight, either green or red. So I'm going to go, this one's green, I'm going to hold down the Shift. I need to come down in the blue direction to go down towards the ground, and then go back towards the green, and you get this little rectangle popping off the side of the roof. So now I can take my pencil, my pen, and I'm going to go just sort of back and forth, blue to green. It keeps wanting to go on red. I need to be careful that I'm just using the two, blue and the green. And at the end, I'll just connect it like that so that I can erase this. So now I have my little shape, and what I'm doing with the Follow Me tool is I'm telling it, and I'll go ahead and I will click the Follow Me tool. I am telling the shape to follow the path I set. Let me get a better view of my entire. So I'm going to take the follow me tool again. And I'm telling it I want you to take this shape and follow the little path that I'm setting for it. And I can even go all the way around this roof. And the tool is actually pretty intuitive. It pretty much will figure out what you're trying to do. And at the end, it will even connect them like that. Now, that was one way to do it. The better way to do it, and I'm totally positive it's the better way, is select the roof first. That's telling it I want this to be the path that you're going to follow. Take the follow me tool and one time click the shape you want. It will automatically go all the way around. You don't have to bother trying to go up and down. And really, that's it. The window is pretty much the same thing. I'm going to quickly draw a window. And I threw a little arc at the top of it. And the only tricky part really is drawing these little rectangles sort of off the side. But once you get the hang of that, it's not a problem. I'm just going to take the pen tool, make sure I'm coming out straight in the green direction. Okay, I'm going to come up in the blue, go back over to the green. Okay, and then I can draw whatever shape I want and experiment and play around a little bit. Find something interesting. See if you like diagonal lines or curved lines or just straight up and down lines. That's why we have this rectangle. It makes it really easy to draw on top of. And I can get rid of the excess stuff I don't need. Click on the window because that's the path I want you to follow. Grab the follow me tool and click on the new shape. And voila, I have this great little window frame that's much more interesting than anything that we've done before. Of course, by now you know how to copy this window, but I'm going to show you another neat trick while we're here. I'm going to select the window as I would normally. Grab the move tool, press the control button, and I'm going to bring this copy all the way across along the red axis to the end here. And now, before I do anything else, I'm going to press the / button, which is divide, and I'm going to tell it how many new windows I want. Let's go ahead and say 10 and press enter. It automatically created 10 new windows and evenly spaced them between the first one I did and the last one I put on the other side. I can go back now before doing anything else, and I can even say, you know what, divide by 15, and it will do that for me as well. The other thing I can do is I can select the window, and I can get the move, press control, move it over just a little bit, and now before I do anything else, I can type, say, 15x and press enter, and that will make 15 windows spaced out the same way. So I could now say 25x, okay, maybe 27x, and there I am. Those are two ways to increase the power of the move and copy tools. You might have noticed that I have these nice little tabs up here that allow me to quickly switch from one thing to the next. Those are called scenes. So what I can do is go up to Window and open up my Scenes menu. And you'll see I have two. I have the lathe and the roof scene right now. And this is really simple. All I need to do is get a view of something, however I want it to be. Open up my Scenes menu and do Add a Scene. This is called Scene 3. I can change that to New Lathe. Then maybe I want to go over to the new roof we just made, and I can say add a new scene, and I can call that new roof. And now I can really quickly switch views. It's a good way not to get lost in your model. Another great thing that I can do with that is I can actually make an animation. So I can go up to Camera, so I can go up to View and go to Animation and press Play, and it will basically just cycle through all of my various scenes. Sort of on a loop. What's even cooler is I can go up to File and do Export, and typically we've been doing exporting a 2D graphic, which gives us a picture of our model. Now we can export an animation, which will create a video of the animation, which has all the scenes in it. Just like that. So I press Animation, I tell it where to save, I press Export, it takes a couple of seconds, and you've got a video. So here's your task. Your task is to create both a lathe object, like I showed you here, and to create a simple little house with a fancy roof and a fancy window. The window should be copied all the way across at least one of the walls. And then add scenes, like I did up here, and export an animation. It's a very simple way to make your models look really much nicer. So have fun.